I'm gobsmacked. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. Well, what do you reckon to that, Gordon? A couple of people having a walk down there. I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Got all my gear here. It's Monday morning. It is it the 17th? Yeah, sorry about that. I'm looking at my phone. It's Monday the 17th, and high tide is this afternoon. Low water's been and gone. It's now coming in, and I'm gonna chuck my Kenzaki rod over there. We're gonna try that because I need some more fish. We'll talk about fish totals in a minute because we've been getting it all wrong, and it's started to infuriate me now. So yeah, we're here. We're fishing today. I had to have yesterday off. I was absolutely knackered. I was always coming fishing today. I worked Saturday to do that. And cut for the intro. So, yeah, it's Monday the 17th. I don't even know what the tide is. I know it's a good one. It's not too big, I don't think. It is this afternoon. Low water was at 11:30, so you can work that one out. Just stick 6 hours on. Now I'm gonna walk down there. I'm gonna bait this Kenzaki rod up, and I'm gonna walk down there and chuck out right down there while I can. Bait I've got today, I've got 20 yellowtails, and they're absolutely superb yellowtails. Seems a shame to kill them because they are in the prime. So I've got some good worms there, as I always do. And I've also got £1/4 pound of rag, which works out to about 19 or 20 worms. So that's quite a good number for me because I can't use much more than that. But I can take them home. I've got a bit more compost in than what you would normally have. So yeah, and I'm just going to keep it in my cool box with an ice pack in there. That way, because the wife ain't going to let me put them in the fridge. Not at all, so. It's sunny. I'm going to get sunburn. I am ginger. I'm fair skinned. I'm going to end up like tomato. I have got suntan oil. I forgot my hat. I did go back indoors to get my hat, but then forgot it. So that's just the way it is. But I haven't forgot anything else. Danny, I've lost the bloody rod stand you give me that slides up my leg. I need to get another one. I can't believe it. I think I've lost it. I've been through every bag, my box, everything. I've been through the van and I ain't found it yet. I reckon it would have fell off down there off my leg, and I'd have put the rod rest away, and I didn't go back to get the little rest, you know, that slides up the leg. So I'm ever so sorry, Danny, because that was an absolute godsend. So I'm back on the strap. So, but all the Kenzaki's going to get chucked out to the right, and my big rods are going to be chucked straight out and to the left, and I'll mix it up. We've got, like I say, yellowtail and ragworm. It's a glorious sunny day. There's no wind to talk off. It might be a 5 mile an hour wind. I think it's east southeast, so it isn't the best of winds, but it isn't really going to affect this fishing, I don't think, because it's not very big. There's another person fishing right down there. They walked all the way down round the bend, so I'm on my own, which is bloody brilliant. And yeah, so what do we need to do? Well, I'll talk about that in a minute, but I'm going to get baited up, and then the next thing you'll see me do is cast out over there. I'm going to get the bait in really quick because I could start fishing over there right now, but I just don't want to climb over them rocks, so I'm just going to go up on top and chuck it out as far as I can chuck it. Oh God, we've got to catch today. It'd be nice to wrap it up. Am I getting fed up coming here? Tiny little bit when I'm sat at home on the sofa, but once you get here and you got your fishing rods out and you got some nice bait, it's great. I love it. See you in a bit. I'm gonna get baited up, get that chucked out, so I'll see you in a bit. I'll bring you back when I cast out. See you later. Look at that sky, absolutely perler, isn't it? So hope it stays like it, eh? Right, well, we've got a 3 hook flapper on there. 6 ounce weight, 3 hook flapper, got ragworm on it, and yeah, it's on the Kenzaki rod, so we'll give this a chuck out. That's just in the water. Yeah, that's all right. You're gonna have to put up with that clicking. Fisherman just come past. Wouldn't talk to me. First time that's ever happened. I know I do YouTube, but I mean, if you actually watch my videos, you'll know that if it's not an obvious place where you fish, I'm gonna have to walk back down there to reel this in, isn't I? Yeah, if you watch my videos and it's not an obvious place like Wivensey or Hornsey or Easington or somewhere like that, because we're actually in Easington now. I don't know if you didn't know, but the cliffs are sheltering me from the sunlight. You can see no sun on my face because there's a big cliff there at the minute. Yeah, wouldn't say anything to me. Polite and nice and light, you know, but won't give me not a lot of chatting. But yeah, if you watch my videos, you know that I ain't a huge tittle tattler. Yes, I go to certain marks, and yes, some people will know where they are, and I catch fish, but you know, I don't shout it about on the anywhere really. Go on my Facebook, you'll see nothing. I very rarely post on Facebook because there's too many doing it, and not interested really, to be fair. Got to stop saying that, to be fair. Yeah, that's for stopping me saying that. Right, I'm looking at these big rods. So yeah, but everyone to themselves, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I just like to have a chat as people go by, because you know, it ain't lonely air fishing, anything but you know, it's nice to have a bit of a chit chat, isn't it? There you go. Let's hope we pull out some fish today. Getting back onto a different subject. In the last video I said I'm on 49. Now I did say I would check, so I did check. I did it last night when I was tired, and I got to 47, and I was absolutely gutted. Now I was tired as well, so I thought I'll check it in the morning. As soon as I get home from work, I'll check it while I finish my flask off. And I went through it all, and I wrote down every fishing session. I did a run and total from 1 to whatever, and I also put down how many fish I caught in each of those sessions. I thought that way I ain't gonna have to keep going through it all the time. I've got all the info. And by the time I got to the end of it, I was at 46. So I've batted enough. I've batted enough. So one, I can't count. I can't take in how many fish I've had, and yeah, I'm gonna get the wife to double check it, but I've gone through it now 3 or 4 times really. But yesterday and today was the 2 times where I think that's pretty much realistic where I'm at. Now I think that's great, but I've said I want to get to 50, and now I'm fretting of all frets that it might be 4 codling too far away. At the end of this month, I keep getting told the fish will go. Now I hope they don't. Yes, I understand that people might get fed up with me here, but this is where I'm fishing. It's where I want to fish for my channel, so this is what I'm doing. And I've got a little bit of a challenge here to get to 50, and wouldn't that be great? It's just another personal best, but 46 is pretty good, isn't it? So like I say, we're all out for it today. I've got ragworm, yellowtails, I've even got squid and some frozen baits. Ain't in the rocks, is it? No, yeah, it might be. I'm gonna have to go down there. I don't want that in the rocks, do I? In the last video where Keith Cod poached all my free codling, He didn't really. But I couldn't let my lines go to the right. And you gotta have something to blame, ain't you? But no, Keith had a fantastic session that day. He even caught a bass, first bass I've seen out of this river. So he caught a bass, 3 cod and codlin, his personal best codlin as well at 53, and he also caught a load of flounders. So he had a great session, and I had a couple of flounders or whatever I had, and 1 codlin, which weren't really doing it for me. This is the next time I've been able to get out. That was 2 Sundays ago. Today is Monday, so it's literally 8 days ago I went fishing with Keith. I'm here today. I would love to get this wrapped up. I'd love to pull in 4 codlin. I don't care if they're little or what. That's why I've gone with the ragworm as well. So I probably should have got more yellowtails, but we're fishing rag. We'll give it a go. I've never ever fished with rag before because they're mean looking critters. And yeah, so I grab them below the head and shove it in just below the head and then push it on the hook, so I don't go anywhere near their head in case they nip me. But yeah, no, it's looking like a great day. Sun's out, it's glorious. I mean, how many days were we wanting like this during winter? And it was absolutely freezing. Do you know what I mean? So it's good to be here, and the sun's out. I'm gonna have to put some suntan oil in a minute. Got to check that line and make sure it ain't in them rocks. Because it could have caught on a rock as I was walking back. I should have held the rod up higher. So here we go. This is the start of the session. If you've got this far already and you don't mind me rattling on and stuff, then please click subscribe, drop us a thumbs up, drop us a comment, and if you don't want to do any of that and you think what a boring Norfolk idiot he is, then thank you for the view, because there's not much more I can ask for. The videos ain't gonna get any better unless I catch, because Tom can only edit what I film, and sometimes I feel sorry for him. But we don't do no walk-bys, we don't do any of that sort of stuff, because if I was to have to walk past the camera and then go back to pick the camera up for Tom to edit all that, yeah, by the time I got here I'd be absolutely buggered with my hip. So you get this, an absolutely fantastic view of the river with my head in it, tide coming in with blue skies. So I'll see you in a bit when I chuck out my big rods with yellowtails on, and I'm going to turn this off and check my line out on the Kenzaki and put it up a little bit, I think. So see you in a bit. Lift that rod up and go under it. That'll be sorted, wouldn't it? Go under here. Lift that up. You. Well, I'll have to reel my Kenzaki rod in, because when I chucked that out, it's right at an acute angle now. So water's in, I can reel that in shortly, see if I've got anything on it, and then watch it, can't I? You know, is that staying there? It's staying there. So I've got one to the right, one to the left, and another to the right, which is always staying to the right. So yeah, fingers are yellow, and my feet are hot because they got this fur in the boots. I am buying another pair of these boots, like I've said, and I'm gonna use the new ones for winter, and I'm gonna rip the fur out of these ones, because these boots are so light, they're unbelievable. You wouldn't want to stand on a nail, because I stood on a fishing weight in the last session and it went straight through my foot and just missed the side of my foot. It went through my sock but just missed my foot. Otherwise I'd have been hopping around like Billy, wouldn't I? There'd have been a lot of swearing on that video. But I have now got a hole in this boot, but because it's only the size of a wire and it'll close back up again, I'm thinking that it won't let in much water. But time will tell. If summertime I go in the water and I feel that foot's getting wet, then I will find out where the leak is and I'll get a soldering iron on it. Right, I'm going to watch these yellowtails on these Vercellis, and I'm going to use my ragworm as well, because I want to make sure I've got enough yellows to the last cast. And I probably have anyhow. I probably have. Because it don't matter if I take the rag on, because I can keep the rag alive better. But then it means I might go fishing again this week, which I suppose it don't really matter. House is coming on all right. Electrician first fix. I put all the back boxes on at the weekend. Wednesday's coming around to put all the wires in downstairs for the lights and connect all the sockets up, ready for the tops to go on, and he'll need to test out. So Wednesday we should get most of it done. All the dirty work should be done then, so that I can then get the paint roller out and start painting. That's the main thing. And I'll be filling all the chasing out, I'll be filling that with some boarding powder that we got. It's coming on all right. So once I get the route, oh, I've got a bite already, look at that. Yeah, once I've got the roller out, see, that could just be the weight moving, couldn't it? Let me tighten that up on it. Remember all the bites we had in one of the last videos, and I kept reeling in, there was nothing on it. That starts bouncing around, I know we've got a fish on it, that's fine. Have the lines moved? No, that's still to the left. That's to, oh Christ, that's right down there. Let's see. Yeah, I'll bring you back in a minute. I've just got to pull my line out. Right, the line on that rod that I just casted out, for some reason, right at the shallows, it had gone under some bladder racks, so I had to go down. I went in half boot in the water and mud and just pulled it up and pulled it and pulled it, and it just pinged out. Because I'd have been reeling that in, it would have come all the way along there, dragging all the way along in the mud, and then it would have got hooked up at that, and I'd have yanked it and it would have pulled it out then, obviously. But I don't want that again. I had that last time I come here. Both lines were tangled up together, and oh, what a nightmare that was. I had to replace both leaders, chop a load of main line off, because it felt not rough, but it just felt, well, it had been rubbed on the stones. So yeah, the line is up now. How that happened, obviously it had gone slack as I walked up the beach and got caught under it, didn't it? So remember that, Vern, think on. Oh, I've got a bite. I've got a bite on the little rod. I've got to walk all the way down there. Next time I'll just walk down to this corner here and just chuck it out to the right. But yeah, that just tapped, just went like that. So it's good. Rods are moving. Those two Vercellis, yeah, I got a bite on that. I got a fish on there. Now that could be a flounder or it could be a codling. I got 3 hooks on that. Do I leave it a bit? Don't leave the fish out there too long, hook, do I? What I'll do is I'll go get some water in my bucket, so I've got water, so I can unhook the fish, and if anything goes wrong I can put the fish in the water to keep them going, keep them alive. I reckon that might be a flounder. It could be a small codling. Oh, small codling, that'd be great, wouldn't it? That'd be one off, that'd be 47. Oh, God, wouldn't it be great if we get all 4 today? If we get 2, that's good, isn't it? I'll just have to come again. Yeah, I got a bite on that, it's gone again. so it's hooked. What I've done is I made some new rigs up. I've binned all my flapper rigs yesterday, cut them all up, used what I could off, like beads and the clips. Swivels all got replaced, snoods and the rig body obviously. So I made 4 flapper rigs yesterday, size 2, and the rest one size 2, and the rest, which is on the Kenzaki, and the rest were either 1/0s or 2/0s, because hook sizes all vary, different manufacturers are all different sizes. Well, I think I might have to turn this around and go reel that rod in. I might as well do it now, won't I? Because if there's a fish on it, let's get some more. Right, you should be able to see me there. I'm going to have to walk down there. Got a codlin. Right, first codlin, first cast, First codling. We're going to get that straight back because it's been out a few minutes now. Not many minutes. You just seen me walk back. But let's get that chucked back. Well, that's it. I don't know if it's going to make it. I nearly just returned it down there, but I couldn't get the hook out. So hook was down, but I got it out. It came out easy with the disgorger. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. Brilliant. First one. That's number 47. Oh, right, let's get some more rag on. We'll get it chucked back out there again. See you in a bit. Right, I'm going to get the end for celly rod in. And I'm going to cast it out, get rebait up, cast it out again. And I'm going to cast it further over. Yeah, I want to cast it further over. So I don't know if I'm in the right place. I don't know whether I should have removed and fished somewhere else. But we're here now. And to move all your gear now is certainly a task. So those worms are still on there. Push them up, I think. Well, I'm going to put on that some ragworm, I think. So put that over there. There. Hopefully, it might be able to put the ragworm on there so that I aren't going in the shelter all the time. I only take this worm out and then put it straight back in the kill bag the claws. Let's get these folded up quick. I think I'll do it in the shelter, I think. So we'll have right. Got the bait on. Right, let's go for a wander from where I'm gonna chuck this in. There's no one here, so we shall have a walk down there and chuck it over here, I think. And I don't really want to move all my gear. Should have come in this bay really, because it's only a short walk. So it's going to be at an acute angle. Don't know how far to chuck it either, but never mind. Right. Knock this drag off. So I could move, but to move all your gear once you're settled, it's a lot of work. Got to bring your rigs in, take your weights off, hook your hook on your eyes so it don't damage the alkanite, you know, the glass. And then move everything, but we'll try this first, and I'll probably do the same with the boat rod and all, the Jimmy Kenzaki rod. Oh, someone's contacted me. Brilliant. So I'm searching my area out today. I've casted that right out to the right. We'll see what happened there. We've got ragworm on it, try and ragworm. Next one I'll bring in is this Vercelli rod here, and I shall walk just to the corner and chuck out just on the corner down there. So it's only a short walk across there to there, and I'll cast out there, just down there, while the tide is coming up, because I ain't got all them rocks to go over. So and this one I'll just cast straight out, because it'll whip round that way as the tide's coming in, and it'll come back the other way. Right, I feel more positive now, because it's been a while since I had that first fish, the small codlin. I didn't measure it because it was a long walk from there and I had to get it back, and then it floated and then it swam off. So yeah, but what a great fish to catch the first one on, a codlin. I normally get a flounder, don't I? Just, well, last few sessions I have. So right, so we've got two rag on the right hand side for Vercelli, casted right out to the right, because you saw me walk all the way down there. I've got the Kenzaki just there. I shall cast that out. I'll reel that in and bait that up again, but I shall get this Vercelli brought in shortly. I'll just turn this off and I'll bring you back. I'll reel that in and cast out another yellowtail out there, straight out I'll go. And then we'll do the Kenzaki boat rod, and I shall walk down to the corner and just chuck it in short. Right, I've had 2 bites. I've had a bite on the Kenzaki and a bite on the Vercelli. Get this Kenzaki rod rolling, see. Right, well, we've got a flounder on it. Got a flounder on it. And I need to unhook that. So we've got a flounder. I'll just get that unhooked, put it in the bucket. The big rod ain't gone again. I shall watch it. I'll bring it back. I'll just stick another rig on and chuck another rig out there. I'll watch this Vercelli rod. There might be a fish on it. Could be a flounder on it, couldn't there? So yeah, I'll bring it back in a sec. Take this rod. I've baited it up. I've put a new rig on. I've got smaller hooks on as well. I don't know. Well, that's the only rig that I had. So I've got size 4 hooks. I'm only after small codling. I just want to get these codling caught, don't I? Don't really want to catch flounder today, but flounder on the first cast would have been nice, but because I caught codling, just want to catch codling now. So I'm walking down there to chuck it out down there, poaching fish. Let's hope I don't go over my line, eh? So that's that in and casted. Let's hope I don't get caught up in any bladder rack. Right, well, I've unhooked it, went through the gill, as you do. Come out all right. Fish is all right. There we have it. 1 flounder. So it's all brilliant, isn't it? It's all well and good. So I'll get this put back. That's a codling and a flounder, but we're after codling. Now then, I had a big knock. I've baited up. You've just seen me cast out the Kenzaki. Let's hope I ain't casted it over my other one, because I've got 2 baits out to the right. Codling and a flounder, it's good. But that Vercelli, that right hand one, was banging away. Twice it was. So it's either got weed on it or there's a fish on it. There's 2 hooks on there, there's a flapper rig on it. So if there's a fish on it, let's hope it's still on it. And I had to reel the Kenzaki in because it was in the way. Just need to watch these rods really. The wind's picked up a bit. It's still not very windy. The grass is just moving a little bit, as you can see, in the bushes. But my shelter's moving. because the wind's blowing right into it. So I need to put another stone on that really. Make sure it don't go anywhere. If it gets windier, I'm gonna have to take it down. And then possibly move my rods over and put the shelter up that side. But I want to catch more codling. I would like to break the back of this. I need 3 more for 50. Wish me luck. Obviously by the time you see this, it would have already happened if it's going to happen. And Brett, I can only put out 1 video a week, mate, because we're all busy, you see. Go check out Brett's fishing diaries. Lad in Yarmouth, Galston, and fishes a lot in Galston. Good lad, does a bit of carp fishing as well. If you want to go along and follow him. There's Danny Shore Fishing. Go check Danny Shore Fishing out. He came up on Wednesday, brought me a fishing rod. Thank you very much, Danny. That was much appreciated, mate. I did have some batteries for you, but you didn't want them, so yeah, thanks for bringing it up. And the shelter and the trolley, mate. Cheers. So yeah, the wind's picked up a tiny bit. Shame really, because it was lovely, but it still is nice. It's a bit, see, I put my top on because it is not cold, but it's, don't like feeling the wind blow through into your skin, do you? I don't anyhow. So I shall be reeling that right hand Vaselli rod in because it did bang twice. I'd like to think that with sharp hooks there's a fish on it, but it's not moving now. I might tighten up on it and then see, and I'll bring you back. So yeah, it's glorious day. I'm a little bit, not lacklustre, not a case of I'm not feeling it or anything like that, or I'm in a mood. I'm just a little bit somber, is that the right word? Or a little bit off the boil today. I don't know why. I've got a fish on that. Right, let's reel it in. Let's stop that. What a booty! What's the fucking matter with that? Look at that for a booty. Look at that booty! Let's get it in the bucket. I thought it was weed. Go on, my girl. You get in there. You know what that means, don't you? That means it's 48. Right. Let's oh, I can hear the skylark. Come on, my booty. Nice size cod this. "46 centimetres just over. There you go. Ooh. There you go. Just over 46 centimetres. Absolutely beautiful codling. Red gills, everything. Maybe that's the thumbnail, maybe not. Woohoo! That's 48. Since that first codling I caught, I thought, oh, I slowed right down, it's not going to be great. But, what a booty, eh? That's 48. Caught on ragworm as well. Let's get some more on. Might chuck some blow lug on next. It's all dog muck up there. There. That's life, innit? You can moan about stuff, can't you? You don't alter life, do you? Don't change it. I think I'm getting glass 2 half full for me. Right. That's that out. Not casted so far, that one. Didn't cast it quite so far. To the right. But I went out to the right and a bit further, so I'm over that direction. I think this left hand rod is tacked. I shall watch that. I'll tighten up onto it. Little bit of chop on the water now as well with this wind. Absolutely brilliant. So that's 2 codling and a flounder, so that's 3 fish. The blank is still put away in the cupboard. I'm still catching, and I've caught 2 more codling from a total, so I'm on 48. Definitely 48 now. But you know what'll happen? I'll go home and the wife will go through all my videos and she'll say, you had 47, not 46. But I'm going on 46, so I need 4 codling. If I catch them today, it'll be fantastic. Little tiny ones, I ain't bothered. I just want to catch 50. And then when I come here again or go to the beaches, it'll just be a relaxing, nothing, you know. If I pull out a big fish, brilliant. If you don't, and I just catch some fish, brilliant. But 2. So I'm going by the fact that I was tired last night and counted 47, and this morning I weren't tired and I counted 46. So I've caught 2 cod, that's 48. I'm not going to keep repeating myself, but I caught 48. I was saying I was a bit in the doldrums, weren't I? I was a bit in the doldrums. I don't know why. Could, you know, might be people not talking to you or whatever. You know, when they walk past here and you talk to them and then they don't really talk, but some dog walkers went past and they didn't really speak either. It's always nice to say hello, isn't it? Or afternoon or something like that, I think. You know, unless you're an absolute turd. If you're a turd, you don't want to talk to turds, do you? Who wants to talk to a turd? This lift rod keeps moving. Yeah, I don't know what was the matter with me earlier. I feel a little bit better now. Probably 46 centimetre codling normally does the trick, doesn't it? 64 centimetre would be nice again, but I'd like to beat that, my biggest fish. But oh, wouldn't it be fantastic if I just pull it out of the bag today? I don't want to talk it up too much, but I ain't fussed about talking it up. But 2 more would be great, wouldn't it? And catching on the flood. What about that? You do catch on the flood. Just goes to show, doesn't it? It's always learning here. I've learnt so much fishing this mark, and you should do really if you come this much. But yeah, you do learn a lot about a fishing mark, and you can take that onto other fishing marks so that hopefully your fishing gets better. It's not all about going to different places all the time, is it? It's all nice doing that. I enjoy doing that. You know, I want to go up northeast. I've been to Whitby. I'd like to go back to Whitby, to be fair. Don't want to say that word, but I want to go further. I want to go into Northumberland because there's some lovely beaches up there. I don't know what species they get up there. They obviously get cod up there, but you know, I've caught a lot of cod, haven't I? But let's keep catching them, eh? Let's keep catching them. Got to keep watching these rods. So yeah, I want to fish other places. It's always good to go to different places, and I know it can get boring fishing the same place, but I've had a lot of challenges on there. It's like an SAS mission for me. I've beaten so many personal bests for myself. I know there's other people that have caught far more fish than me, but for me, I've caught loads from, you know, and it's been, I've just hit personal best after every time I pull a codlin in now, it's a personal best. Catch a double figure fish, that'd be brilliant. But that one I pulled in just now was heavy enough. I don't know if I'd want to pull in a double figure. I'd be knackered. How these people pull in these marlins and stuff like that on these boats. I know they have reels with gearboxes on it and stuff, but that's obviously it, isn't it? So they turn like this and not putting any effort into it, and the reel's just a winch in it. Keeps getting some sort of tap on this closest rod to me. But yeah, so I shall be going to other places soon. It's not a problem. And rays will be in numbers, hounds will be in numbers, dogfish. I enjoy all that catching. I do enjoy summer fishing. Probably more than winter, and that's only down to the weather. When I was younger, it didn't bother me if I was out in the winter in the snow, rain, fishing. I never had a bivvy, never had a van. I just used to get wet. It never bothered me. As you get older, it changes, and fishing on a beach in summertime is a lot more pleasurable. I've got another bite. Look at that, I've got another bite. Can you keep your eye out for that whale that keeps jumping up, because he's always jumping up behind me back and I never get to see him. I don't think I've got hooks big enough, to be fair. Why did I say that again? Yeah, keep an eye out for that whale for me, will you? Oh God, if I've got another codler, that'd be great, wouldn't it? If I've got another, that'd be free. I'm sure you can count, it's just I'm getting excited. I'd like to see another bite. Right, you saw that bite then, I'm sure you did. Only just casted this out. Let's hope it's on there. it's heavy. It's heavy. Oh, I've done it! I've got 50! Look at that! Oh, for the fuck! Oh. $50 fish. I've caught 50 fish. And that might be my personal best. Oh, it's 56. 56 centimetres. What a fish. "56 centimetres. That's there, Rude. I ain't showing you, just have to believe me. 1.750 kilos. And in pounds, £3 14 ounce. £3 14 ounce. Nearly £4 in weight. Look at that. Absolute stonker. That's number 50 because the little one come out first. Can't believe I've caught 50. I'm happier now. Let's show you it go back. Let's hope it goes back, eh? Won't be good if it's a floater, will it? Woohoo! What did I do that for? I guess I'm excited for 50. So that's number 50. 49 is next. He's gone. He like slid under the water. He'll get his breath. He's been in the bucket. He weren't in the bag too long. I don't like taking too long. Right, I'll turn this off because the battery's nearly dead. They're going quite quick today. And I'll get this unhooked. See you in a minute. 29 centimetres. This was the first one out. It's number 49. The one I just chucked back is number 50. So yeah, nice little codlin. Skid it back. Oh, need to. That's 50 codlin. All returned, so I'll get baited up and get it chucked out there again. That's 50 cod. I've caught 50 cod. That's what I wanted to do. I really didn't think I'd do it today. I seriously didn't think I'd do it. I thought 4 codling in one session. That's like one of my better sessions. I've had 3 and 4. I've had 5. I've had 3 a couple of times. But absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So that's 50. I've done it. I've done it. I think I've got a fish on this rod, I'm not sure. I'll get this baited up now. I'll turn you off, get it baited up. I've got to put new battery in, and I'll get it casted out again right out there. And I'm only going to cast from off the top here. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, to all my subscribers and everyone, I'm hoping I'm not going to mention it in case anything goes wrong. For all those that have followed me on this journey, and I know session 13 went wrong, but what a thing it was to catch 12 times on the trot codling. And then I missed out on 13, and since then, I don't know, I'm on 20 something, maybe 21, 22. Don't quote me on it, because I've probably got that wrong. But yeah, and I've caught codling again and again and again. And today I've caught 4. So I'm gonna get this baited up, shut up, and get it casted out. See you in a bit. Absolutely brilliant. I can't believe it. I seriously didn't think I would catch 4 today. I've had quite a few runs with just 1, especially in the last video when Keith taught me a new arsehole and showed me how to fish. Well done, Keith. I thought I'd lost it, but we're still there. We've still got it. Can't believe that. £3 14 ounce that was. And that fish, my other fish, my 64 centimetre, was huge compared to that. It was at least twice the size of that, even though it was only, well, what was it, another 11 centimetres long, nearly 4.5 inches longer, 11 centimetres, and it was twice the diameter. When you look at the thumbnail of my biggest cod, the video I've called What a Whopper, my hand is underneath it and there's all this fish above it. It's like unbelievable. So that was at least £6. Yeah, let's see what else we get. It might be one of them sessions that's absolutely on fire. I'm gonna have a coffee, sit down and reflect and phone the wife and tell her I've done 50. And after that I shall reel this left hand rod in, see what's on it and rebait up. What is the time? 5 o'clock, so we've got about quarter an hour, 9 minutes past 5, so we've got about quarter an hour and that'll be top of tide. But we could be at top of tide now. It's immaterial really. We're catching and we've got the ebb to go yet, so let's hope we keep catching. We're catching on yellows and rag. I don't need to walk all the way down there, do I? Right, we'll check this rod out. It's got a bit of weed on the line. We only chuck this out short and to the left. Oh, I've got a fish on it. We've got 2. Hey, look at that. What a session this is. 4 cod, 5, 6, 7 fish all together with 2 more fish. Get these unhooked. I can't tell what they are. I'll have a look in a minute when I unhook them. But they're either dabs or flounders. Be good if it's a dab because I haven't had a dab yet. Right. Oh, that's going now. Right, let's get these sorted, get this rebaited up and get it chucked out. Yeah, we want cod, don't we? We want cod. We want to... Cool, what about 60? No. Whatever I get from now on is an absolute bonus. I feel that 50 cod in a season is, you know, in the season that they're here in our waters, is pretty bloody good. And, yeah. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, clicker's going off on the reel. Right, let's get these unhooked. There you go, 2 flounder. We'll get them put back. So I think that's 3 or 4 flounder now, I'm not sure. I've got a reel going off on the clicker. Let's get these back. I think that might be 3 flounder, but as usual, you get so excited, and I've got a reel that's going off as well. I've just tightened the drag up to stop it clicking. It could be weed, but until you reel it in, you don't know, do you? Oh, I'm so relaxed now. I feel so much better. I think I was a bit depressed because I didn't think I'd catch 4 codling today, but I have. And I feel so much better now. I really didn't think I'd do this today. I've bought ragworm, I've caught codling on ragworm, I've caught it on yellowtails. So we'll get another rod chucked out. I'm going to chuck this dead straight out this time. Yeah, flounders, I can't remember. I know I caught 1, I've caught 2 there, that's 3, but I can't remember if I caught another one. So I don't upset anyone, I've caught 3 flounders, but if I'm wrong, then it'll be 4. The main thing is I've caught 4 codling. So 5, 6, 7, that's 7 fish today. Could have another fish on this Vercelli now, couldn't I? I'm gonna get this flapper rig baited up because I've caught all my codling. I'm pretty certain. I'd have to go back and check the summer and the first autumn video, but I think I've caught all my codling on flapper rigs. I've certainly caught all my codling at this mark on flapper rigs. Cracking rig. Ever get stuck on a desert island, make sure you got a flapper rig in your back pocket. You'll not go hungry then. Yeah, sorry about looking into it like that. I'm afraid only the ladies will enjoy that close up of me, so sorry lads. I'm gobsmacked. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. $51. That's what the clicker was going on. Oh, this is number 5. Let's get this measured quick and get it back. 47 centimetres. 47 centimetres. What an absolute booty. That's 5 codlin. Let's get it in there. I've got the towel with it so I don't drop it because it's a lively one. Don't want to get him damaged. So there you go, 47 centimetres, number 5, and we ain't even on the ebb. Absolutely brilliant. It's number 5. That equals my best session, I think. Yeah, it does. One more to beat my best session. And while I was down there, I don't know if you saw me, but I went like that with my foot. The last small codlin had washed up on the shore, and I flicked it in with my foot, and it kicked off in the water and swam, and then it went upside down, and then it kicked again and swam off. So I'll keep an eye open, but it's not back there again, but it definitely swam off. So I saved that as well. I wouldn't have seen that for a while. So it always pays to chuck them back in because they'll swim off. If he had gone belly up and just sat there, I'd have got a fishing rod and tried to bring him in for boiling up for the cats, but he's gone. He actually swam off. I saw him flick his back like that, like a mermaid, and he then went upside down to his belly, and then he righted himself and swam a bit more and disappeared. So I should keep an eye open, make sure he don't come up again, but if he was dead, he'd be back on the shore again. Oh, flipping heck, eh? 5 codlin, that's 51. I'm past 50. What a session. Right, I'm gonna get this baited up and cast out again. See you in a bit. That cast didn't go to plan. It's out there, it's in the right direction, but I just hope I ain't crossed some of the other lines, because the other rod that I just casted out has gone right round to the right. So you never know, do you? Yeah, it's fine. Brilliant. 5 codlin, and it's not over yet. We've still got the ebb. I'm getting hungry now. I might have to have another egg sandwich. I phoned the wife again, she don't know about that one. Let's reel that Kinsetti rod in. Right, I don't know where to cast that because my lines are right. But I need to get some ragworm on that. I'm starving. 5 codling. And yeah, I'm amazed about how many people actually walk past and just totally ignore you. And yeah, should never make a judgment of anybody until you actually speak to them and then realise they're an idiot. And then you can make a judgment, can't you? But if you speak to them and they aren't an idiot, you know, some people just walk past, don't they? And yeah, it's a shame really. I like a good chat. I am so chuffed. So chuffed. I have to say everything that's on my mind, apart from too much politics and other stuff, you know. Right, I'm going to get this baited up and I shall see you in a minute. But I am on another planet at the minute. I can't really get it round my head. See you in a bit. So that's all 3 rods out again, all fresh bait on them. I've put the Kenzaki just out in front this time. It's in between both main lines, so I can't reel in either side. So I'll see you in a bit. Got a fish on. Got a fish on. Right, let's reel this in. So it's over that line. Let's get that in. I saw the rod come up and then it went down. There's either a fish on it or there's weed on it. Don't feel like there's anything on it. Could just be weed, couldn't it? Nothing on it. No. Right, I would say the weight tripped out, yeah, but it definitely looked like a bite, but it weren't. The tide is going out now, the rocks are showing. I probably won't fish as long, not because I've caught 5 cod, you know, 51 in total. I don't know if I've mentioned that. But yeah, no, I might just have a chilled out session because it's been so enjoyable, this has. I'll definitely use my blow for my yellowtail duck, I think. I've got another 2 casts. I've got another 2 I've got 4 more worms in there, so that's 2 more casts. So let's get this out. Cleaning fingers. Dry hands, and we'll chuck this straight out and it'll swing round. Might go slightly to the left. Our sun's come back out, that's nice. Some dog walkers. Didn't think it was filming then. All right. Right, well, yeah, that rod, it bounced a couple of times and then it came up and then it went down again, but obviously the weight had tripped out. No fish on it. Hey, what's all that about, eh? No fish. I've reeled in no fish. What's all that about? Perhaps today was a flood day. You do get them catch on the flood rather than the ebb. Well, how's my day been? Well, today coming home from work, there's a roundabout and this person pulled up to the roundabout. I was coming onto the roundabout and they were right round the roundabout, coming onto the roundabout. Follow me if you can follow me. And they looked and could see me coming and kept coming, but by the time they'd then decided to pull out onto the roundabout, I was on the roundabout coming round, and you should have seen the face. They were like pulling a face like that and looking at the corner of their eye, seeing me coming. They were like, oh, and then they sped up and went down the road about 100 yards and then pulled over. I think she had, I wasn't doing nothing wrong. I was doing 25, but it's just one of them roundabouts you can just flick round. Everyone does it, and I weren't speeding. I was doing 25. But some people, when they come to a junction, they take too long to make the decision to pull off, and then when they pull off right slow. And it caught her out today, but I was totally in control. I had my brake covered, but she sped up and then pulled over, and I just laughed. But not laughed at the person, but it just made me chuckle. Because it was, you know, if they'd come up to the roundabout, saw it was clear and then carried on going, but they came up to a roundabout, which is a give way. It's not a stop. You don't have to stop at a roundabout unless you there's traffic coming. Should have just pulled out and carried on, and there would have been not a problem, but they took so long to decide what they were doing, and then when they did it, they just crawled along. So I had that this morning, which made me laugh all the way home. What else did I do? Fed the cats, come here, had a nice drive there, had a chat with Scott at Squids and Baits. Go check him out. He's now doing ragworm. I don't know if he's doing blowlug, but he did say to me he was digging blowlug and ragworm. So yeah, that's where I got my ragworm from. Pretty good ragworm, and the yellowtails are absolutely fantastic this time. They've always been good, but sometimes, you know, sometimes it's better than others, isn't it? It's like that with everything in life. It's like that with a shag, isn't it? Some shags are better than others. Yeah, it's tide's going out. So yeah, so don't get me wrong, but yeah, check out Squids and Baits. Scott Richardson, his name is. He's on Facebook. I've got a bite. Yeah, get all your bait there. He does frozen bait as well. And if you're down on the coast, on the Lincolnshire coast at Chapel St Leonard's, there's Dud. You can find Dud. His name is Dudley. If If you put in Dudley, he'll come up on Facebook at Chapel. But yeah, his name, what he goes by all the time, is Dud, and he sells all frozen bait and weights and stuff as well, and the odd bit of tackle. If you're caught short, you know. I've got a bite. I hope this weather front don't come in. It's all blue and grey over there. There it is. I'll watch that. If I get another one, I'll bring you back. Right, we'll get this reeled in. This weather front is coming in. I don't know if it's rain. I've checked whether it's going to rain. It says it's not going to rain, but am I in frame? That's got that. Oh. Oh. I don't know if you got that. I presume you did. Just fell over. I hope I won't damage my reel. Oh. Bloody hell. Right, let's gear on. We've got to get this bait out. I don't know if you caught me, but I just fell over. Oh dear. Right, get some yellows on it. I think once these yellows are gone, I think I'll probably go yeah, put it on your baiting needle, and then you put it on your hook. So yeah, it's been a good session. I've enjoyed it. It's been top notch really for me. So you thread the worm all the way down. I do anyhow. Some people nip the tail off, but I don't. If the fish was out there, they wouldn't nip the yellow tail off, would they, before they ate the worm? They just gobble it down, don't they? Then I hold it on the point of the hook and just pull it up over the knot, and it's job done. Well, it'd be nice to catch one more codlin, for the reason being, it'll be my new personal best for cod in a session. I ain't caught one over here. Straight out, I think. I've been chucking it to the right, sorry, but that one's over to the right now. So I might just cast this out. Not as long, bit shorter, which is good. So yeah, well, it's been a cracking session. I've got 2 more worms for another cast. I've got loads of rag. I've got quite a few ragworm left. Barreling out now. The water is barreling out. Cast it over there and it's over here already. So yeah, that weather front's gone. That weather front's gone. That's brightened up over there now. It was really grey. And I checked for the weather, or the wife did for me, and she said it ain't gonna rain. So, but it's got that coldness in the air as though you think it's gonna rain. But I've got a shelter and I've got my reeds coat to wear, and I'll be getting a zip in the salopettes to get my old chap out in later on in spring. I'll send it back to Reeds. They only have it for about a week, and they'll put a zip in along the bottoms. They ought to just put a zip in anyhow. They ought to put a zip in anyhow, just for and just charge a bit more for it, I reckon. But I'll get a zip put in. Yeah, go check out Caster. I'm thinking, because I've just commented on casters, you know, fish and whales. But yeah, go check out Caster Tackle. Mike's a great bloke, and his weights are all very reasonably priced, and very good. I swear by these SKMs. I think these SKM weights I use are as good as the breakaways. So that's all I use now, is these. Yeah, he's a nice bloke. It's just nice to phone up and have a chat. But obviously he'd like you to buy something, so pop along. He's at his back as well. He was fishing the ELBC, and he picked all his box up and put his back out. Couldn't even hardly get in his car, and he ain't been fishing since. So, but as you get older, and I'm not saying you're old, Mike, but as you do get older, healing takes a lot longer, especially at Mike's age. So I know how that feels at my age. So yeah, that's just take that as it's meant. It's not meant in a nasty way, you know. We're all getting old, aren't we? Everything takes longer to heal. It's just pity other things don't take longer to complete, but we'll not get into that. Yeah, well, I'm quite proud. I could have had a bit of a rant today, but I haven't. I've got 2 yellowtails left. My hip hurts. God, did you see me fall over? Jesus, wet. I don't know what happened there. I think my foot just went from under me, and it's me left hip, and I was down. My reel hit the floor. I hope I ain't chipped it. I don't think I have. They are quite robust reels, so hopefully it hasn't marked it. If it has, I'll have to get the black paint out, won't I, and touch it up, because that's what I do. Don't want them getting any marks, and then they get the elements to it, and then the aluminium starts going furry or whatever. I want it to be nice reels. I mean, they'll not last forever, but to say I've had them since they come out, I can't remember how many years I've had them. Must be over 2 years, 2.5 years. Probably coming up to 3 years in August, probably. Don't quote me on it. Yeah, I had one of my little flounders had washed up on the shoreline, and I went down there. The water was still lapping over it, so I chucked it back and it swam along the surface and went down. I thought, what's it doing? Why are they doing that? They're like dogfish. The little codlin swam off. That would have been the little codlin that was with the great big monster codlin. I think it was 53 centimetres. I think it was. Don't quote me on it. I get things wrong. But I do know it was £3 14 ounce. I felt as though that fish was warranted for a... Christ, if you caught a £9 cod, it would be like that. It wouldn't be holding it like that. It would be a £9 cod would be massive, absolutely massive. What a run I've had. 50. See, it's slowed up now. What's going on? We're slowed up. Where's all the fish gone? This ain't good, is it? I need to catch another one so I can send a message to John Spalton. He's fishing a matchet today. He's at Galston-on-Sea. Galston-on-Sea he is. He's fishing. Right, well, I'm going to watch these rods. I've got one more cast on the Vasellis with yellowtails. I mean, if I carry on fishing, I can put ragworm on. I'm going to take the ragworm home because Scott said put it into a small tray, spread them out, and keep them in the fridge. Well, I can't keep them in the fridge because the wife will absolutely go nuts. And I do know how far to push it with the wife. And putting ragworm or maggots in my fridge, that's a no-no. Even if it's got a lid on it, no. So what I'm going to do is put an ice pack in my ice box, my Coleman's ice box, and I'll lay some newspaper over the top so the initial freezing isn't there. And then I'm going to put the tray, I'll get a plastic tray and put that in there with the worms in, and then it'll keep it at a temperature, because the ice blocks in that Coleman's box, they last for over a day before they go all runny. And I'll just have to open the lid and shut the lid, but I'm sure they don't take much air. But I will open the lid and then shut the lid, and I'll see how long I can keep them. If I can keep them and I think to myself I'm getting on all right with the house, and I think sod it, I'm going to come fishing during this week and get another session in. I think it's going to rain on Friday, so I've got Thursday, so I could go Thursday. Tide will be at night time. It'll be quite a big tide, I'd have thought, and I'll probably go further down. That's what I'll do, go further down that way, and not be far. Probably going to do another 30-40 yards and try a different mark on there, but it's doing well here. You can't fault it. As long as I've got no one fishing to the right of me, I can put my weights and baits out in the river at different places searching for the cod. It's like an SAS mission, and today I've come up trumps. So I've equalled my best session ever, 5 codlin. Let's just see if we can get one more in the time that we've got left. The tide is going out. I don't like that down there now. When you come at the beginning of the session and the sun's out and the tide's coming back in, all them rocks dry up a bit. But now, after the water's literally an hour ago it was on there, half hour, 10 minutes ago it was on there, it's now treacherous, and I fell over on the dry stones, so I don't particularly want to fall over again. So what I'm going to do is I'll bring you back. I'm watching these rods like a hawk. I'll probably put the Kenzaki away in next time you see me. I'll reel that in and put it away and just fish the last 2 rods out. I'll put them yellowtails on. You'll see me put them on and cast out. And if I think I'll just reel the other one in and cast that out, I'll put some ragworm on it. So, see you in a bit. It's not looking quite as sunny now, is it? Now let's not fall over. Is it actually Have I framed it? Yeah, have you? You wouldn't think so. When you look at the camera, you don't think it's got your foot. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just beached it enough. I beached it enough. Look at that. Whoa. Whoa. No. In your pocket. Oh, no. Steady on. Bloody hell. Thought I'd lost it. I'm sick and tired of losing fish like that. Look at that. What a bugger. Oh, come on, calm down. I want to get you done and men. 62. 62 centimetres. Alright, mate. You alright?
Yeah. Are you doing a YouTube vlog?
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool. Did you catch anything?
I have, yeah.
Ooh.
I've had my best session ever.
Wow, that's a massive one. How did you catch that?
On that fishing rod.
Which one?
The one that's in. Well, it's laid down on the floor because I had to go run and grab it.
Wow, that's cool. How much did it weigh? Oh, Holly, can I tell you what I found? Holly, let me say what I found.
2.3 kilos, which is £5 1 ounce. £5 1 ounce. Right. I don't like doing that, but it's got to. Right. Good job I ain't showing camera, innit? Right, need the cloth because they kick about so much.
Are you chucking him back in?
Yeah, of course I am.
Why?
Because he deserves to live another day. Look at that then. £5 1 ounce codlin and 62 centimetres. It's not as big as my biggest one, so let's get it back. Where are they gone? Oh, they're gone. £5 1 ounce. £5 1 ounce. I can't believe it. I hope I've got that on there. That is 6 codlin in one session. And for me, that's a personal best. I'll bring you back. I need to get this rod out with the last 2 worms on. I ain't got long. I'm gonna chuck it out and see what we get. Nothing on it. Main rock. Bloody hook caught on some weed and it won't come out. You'd think it was the weight, wouldn't you? But no. Right, well, let's get this last one reeled in. I could leave it out longer. Yeah, I could leave it out longer, but the problem is the tide is going out very quickly. I said I weren't going to fish this long, didn't I? As the tide. Oh dear. Get a bit frustrating, doesn't it? I don't like them that down there after the water's been in, because it is slippery as anything. I found a weight. All fish have gone back alright, so that's good, isn't it? Yeah, found a Namex. I saw it and then I didn't pick it up straight away. I thought, I'll see that, I'll get that. But there's another weight down there somewhere. Put that in the box. I've got my weight over here. And line. Ow! Just got a hook in the knee. It's alright, I can cope. Bloody things. Yeah, I don't know where the other weight is. I shall find it. I'll go over it like a fine tooth comb and find it. But let's see if this is recording. Yes, it is. Well, what can I say? All I can say is, what a session. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's been enjoyable, and it's still daylight. I ain't got long left, but I should get my gear packed up. There's mud there now. Like I said, I wouldn't fish this long, didn't I? And I have done. But yeah, forget looking for the weight, Vern. What a session. I came here on 46 cod, and I'm going away from this session on 52. So this year, in summer, autumn, winter and spring, I've caught 52 codlin and cod mixture. That was over £5, that cod. That was a cod. So I've had 2, 3, I think 4 cod this year, and the rest have been codlin, and I lost a great big fish. You never know, it could have been a plastic bag, couldn't it? Way back then, I think it was session 11. So, well, it was the session after the whopper. So the big cod were here in this water then. So I should have come after the whopper video every day really, because I could have had a chance of catching a huge one. But that weren't to be. We've come today. I didn't think I'd do it. I think I would have, I thought that it would have been today and the next session and possibly the next session. And I kept thinking I would come up short and it'd be 48, 47, 49, and that would be the end of it. But we've done it. I've had a personal best session today of 6 codlin, 1 cod and 5 codlin. So I've had six codlin, cod. And that's my best session of that species ever. That is my personal best, and on top of that we've caught 52, which is yet again another personal best. And it's not over yet. I will come back because I'm on the houses. It's just convenient for me to come here, and it's not too bad on my hip. Better weather, I'll hit the cliffs and the beaches like I said earlier. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a roller coaster ride for me, and I was okay at the beginning of the video, but I weren't on fire today, and I weren't firing on all cylinders, let's put it that way. But as soon as I caught the first codlin, I was still worrying, thinking, oh, will that be it, will that be it? And then it just come on fire. I kept searching different places in the river, different distances. I tried my hardest today. I've used all 20 yellowtails, and I've also used some ragworm. I'll take the rest of the ragworm and hopefully use it during the week. If not, I'll try and give it away, try and keep it alive and see how I do with that. And yeah, it's just been one of them sessions that I didn't think it would come off today like this and I would get over 50. That for me is such a milestone, and it's done today. So the next session I can just enjoy myself. There's no worry. I can just chuck out, and if I pull a codlin in, I pull a codlin in. I'm at 52. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Is that the most codling on YouTube? I don't know. I know of someone that's caught 50, but I don't know if he's caught 52. So I'll have to message him and ask him, won't I? Old Robson. Go check out Robson up in the Lake District. Better get these rods and reels put away, ain't I? And hopefully get to my van before it's dark. That'll be a quids in job, won't it? And look for this weight before it gets much darker. So yeah, thanks for watching this. Subscribe if you like it. If you haven't subscribed, give us a thumbs up at least. This is my best fishing session ever on the cod. So yeah, give us a thumbs up, drop us a comment, and yeah, keep tuning in for the next session, because they can only get hopefully better. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. As you can tell, I'm still rabbiting on and rattling on, should I say. So yeah, you know what I'm gonna say, don't you? I'll see you and on. Right, this is just a quickie. That last codlin that I caught, £5 1 ounce. I returned it. You saw it kicking. I hope I filmed it. You saw it kicking and everything, and it was jumping around, and you can probably see it behind me. I'm really hacked off, because fishing at the river, when the water's going out, it then becomes a bit of a rush. And what I should have done was just put that rod away and just concentrated on the last rod and chucked the 2 worms away rather than trying to use them up. Because this cod, which was alive and kicking, was obviously disorientated and stuff. And I can only think that it swam back, because it swam off. It never went belly up. It never went belly up. And I've seen cod come in. I've seen it myself. I've had it myself in these last few sessions, where they swim back into shore. And I was all in. I mean, I was in like heaven because of what I was catching and how it was going and whatever. But because I thought to myself, right, let's get these rods out, and I had to go get my rod because it was all the way. I had to lay it down the floor because this fish come off the hook. It weren't even deep hooked or anything. As I pulled it like this, it come off the hook, and that's why I laid the rod down, ran down, well, how I limped down, picked the fish up, and it was kicking all the way. I cuddled it, put it in the bucket, I weighed it quickly, measured it quickly, and returned it. I don't even know if I actually filmed it on the camera, because I had 2 children from the farm that I was talking to, and it was just all going on all of a sudden. And then I returned the fish, and it never went belly up, it just disappeared. But I think it must have swum back, like I've seen them do it before, and it beached itself. And when I saw it, it was too late. I'd packed everything away, and I thought, what on earth is that down there? And I went down to the shoreline as well when I picked up the rod, and I picked that weight up, and I looked up and down the shore, and I couldn't see nothing. But because it's rocky, it can be hidden, can't it? But it's very difficult sometimes at the river compared to the beaches, because I mean, I've had a dogfish that didn't want to, it just wanted to keep beaching itself all the time. I must have chucked it back about 10 or 11 times. Scott was with us. So the fish is there. There's no way I was wasting it and leaving it there. So the cod is there. I am absolutely mortified and gutted. Absolutely gutted that that's happened. To the point I even thought about jacking in fishing. Jacking in fishing at the instant, because I get far more pleasure returning a fish. So I just wanted to show that they don't always go back, and I aren't here to say to you that all my fish go back. I thought they had gone back, that one hadn't. So I'm now gonna gut it, wash it, clean it. I'm going to wrap it in cling film, put it in the freezer, and tomorrow I'll wrap some more cling film around it, and it won't go to waste. So I'm here to say that that fish didn't go back. I'm hacked off that it didn't go back. But that's what happens, isn't it? That is fishing, and if you choose not to go fishing, that wouldn't happen, would it? So, but I do get more enjoyment out of fishing. I enjoy the filming, but I get so much enjoyment about the fish going back to swim another day. And that one hasn't, because it was my fault, because I was concentrating more on getting the rod out and then pulling both rods up and in and finishing the video than I was, because when I've chucked it in the water, it swam off, it disappeared. I never, because normally they disappear and then come up belly up, but that didn't. And it's one of them things you have to get used to, doesn't it? I'm getting there, but with this fish I probably ain't there yet. So I just wanted to show you it's not going to go to waste. There's 2 fillets there, there's 2 bloody big meals there, and I shall eat them. In fact, one of the cod that died last year that's in the freezer now, wrapped up in cling film, I've spoke to the wife and I'm eating that this weekend. So I'll have it Saturday and Sunday. I'll have a fillet Saturday and a fillet Sunday. It's a shame. It's a shame. There was nothing I could do when it was already dead when I saw it and went down there, and that was it. So just thought I'd show you it. It's not such a happy ending. It's took the shine off the session. Oh, look at my bin. Look, that ain't very good, is it? It's took the shine off the session a little bit. But what a cracking session I've had. 6 codling, 1 fatality, and 3-4 flounder. It's been great. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. This will be on at the end. It'll probably be a little bit at the end that Tom will do. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in on.